Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video here on RevAtlas. I'm Sandeep, and in today's video we're doing something quite a bit different. So you all know that truly wireless earphones are all the rage now, and we also have offerings from brands such as Realme with their latest Buds Air on the market, and at a price point of around 4,000 rupees. This is really epic and I think is pretty good value for money, although if you want to know full details about it you will have to check out a review for the same as well. But it got me wondering as to what is probably the cheapest truly wireless earphone that you can buy on the market, and I just so happened to check out this new product on Amazon which was listed at a price point of rupees 899. That's practically 900 rupees, 1 rupee short of 900 rupees for a truly wireless earphone. So we have that same product here, and I've actually just unboxed it, and I would like to take you guys through the unboxing experience and also give you a run through on what you can expect with this particular pair of truly wireless earphones. So before we get started, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also give us a thumbs up at the end of the video if you happen to like it. Now let's get the unboxing and the preview started. So before we dive into the unboxing itself, let me give you a short intro about the truly wireless earphones. So this is called the Bassbuds Lite, and there's also a Bassbuds True which is around 300 rupees more expensive, and there's also a Tango model which is around 1800 rupees. The funny thing is the MRP on this is written as 2000 rupees, but actually is retailing at what, less than half the price on Amazon. And we know that generally the MRP is a suggested price and not the actual one, but still seeing it at less than half the price for a brand new product is somewhat interesting and maybe is a red flag before we even start the unboxing. Anyway, the funny thing is that as soon as I opened the box, I saw some of the contents and I kind of knew the quality that we were expecting even before unboxing, considering the price of rupees 899. But then again, I think it was much lower than what I even expected, especially when it came to earphones. So starting off, you had the basic manuals, you had the different set of ear tips and a micro USB cable. I don't think you can expect USB Type-C at this price point for sure. But the funniest part of which were actually the earphones themselves, and the size seemed to be very huge for a truly wireless earphone that I've tried in the recent past. It seemed to be much bigger, especially the stem seemed to be much longer than anything else that I've tried, and even the case itself was pretty huge. So that was what you get in the box itself, and now onto the device. So you can see the full list of specifications here at the back, and I'll kind of read it out because I don't know it by heart. I just got this some time back and I haven't had the chance to go through it in detail or test it out since it's right after the unboxing, but I thought I'll give you guys a quick run through its specifications by reading it out, and then we can move on to my first impressions as well. So this here is the black color variant. You can also get the same thing in white. As I said, it's a very huge sort of case for the earphones, but then again, considering the size of the earphones itself are very big, I think it's kind of justified. So this, they claim, has a 10mm driver. It has a frequency response range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz. There's a 10-meter transmission range. It comes with 250 ampere earbuds, and the case itself has a 400 milliampere battery inside it. There's a 5-volt micro USB port, and the basic battery life or the playback time that they suggest is around 6 hours for music and 5 hours for talk time, and I guess it'll go more or less a bit depending on the actual usage conditions and the volume that you suggest. And the charging time, it says around 1.5 hours for a full charge, and it also has a standby time of 100 hours. So this is very clearly written is manufactured in Shenzhen. There's no two ways about it. They don't have any sort of made in India or make in India sort of logo on it. So they do say that this is kind of a rebranded thing that they've brought here, and it also says world-class mobile audio. We'll just have to see about that. But I'll tell you my first impressions, and I'll explain where I feel they have already cut costs before even listening to this thing. So right off the bat, this is what the earbuds look like, right? So they are quite big if you look at the overall size. And the one on the right, funnily enough, the right earbud was actually put on the left side of the box, while the left one was put on the right side of the box. So that caused some confusion. But yeah, this indeed goes into the right, and the other one goes into the left. And the stem itself is huge. You have two notification LEDs on either one. You have a button, physical clickable button. I'm assuming that sensors etc. cost more, so they went with a physical button instead of a sensor. I don't see any other optical sensor to detect whether you're wearing it or not, so I don't think there's any auto play or pause. You also get a ear tip, as I mentioned, and at the bottom you see the charging port as well when it's plugged into a dock. So one of the primary differences I find compared to most of the other earphones is you can't just put it here and it doesn't go inside, right? So if you look at it, it's still sticking out. So what you need to do is you need to press it in, and it's not a very satisfying click either. It just feels like it's jammed in there. So you can take a listen now. So I'm going to put it close to my microphone. Yeah, so it feels like it's jammed in there, and even taking it out is not very easy, to be honest. You have to kind of pull it out, and there's some resistance as well, so it's not as smooth or as easy to put it in and take it out as you have on the other truly wireless earphones that make use of magnets. So that is not too great, and I also think that over time this sort of a stem will start getting scratches due to this, but let's wait and see for the review itself. Apart from that, even this sort of a flap, it's non-magnetic, so even if you bring it here, you need to actually press it and make sure that it clicks in place, and you can kind of open it with one hand. It's very light. I find this entire charging case itself very light, but the top cover is particularly light because there's nothing in it, and it seems very hollow as well. At the bottom you basically have a button here which can be used for pairing. You have a notification light for the charge levels as well as the current status, and you also have a micro USB port, and last but not least you have the pTron logo as well over here. So I'll just come up close so you guys can see the actual size. So this is how big the stem is, and this is how the Realme buds are in proximity to it. So if you can see, there's a huge difference in size, right? So that's the Realme buds, both kept at the base there, and yeah, so you can see the size difference is quite big. I mean, in terms of the overall size, it's much bigger than the Realme buds in terms of height itself. But overall, when I put this in, I feel that in terms of the basic fit itself, they fit better than the Realme Buds Air, because of the fact that they use soft ear tips and not just a regular fit with the plastic ear tips itself. So let's try and get this paired. My Bluetooth is on. Let's see if it's already, yeah. So you can see here, it's already visible, my Bluetooth settings. I'm not sure if it's gonna come on camera. I might have to just cut this a bit. So there it is, pTron Bassbuds Lite. So I'm just gonna click it to pair it. Okay, so I just got a confirmation message as well through the audio, and I'm gonna just listen to something and then let you know what I feel about it. Honestly, at this price point, I'm just hoping that it actually works, Yeah, so like I said, there's no wear detection. It doesn't pause automatically if you take it out. It just continues playing. But this is at the maximum volume. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can listen, but yeah. You can still hear something if it's actually unplugged, but let me just go back to the listening experience. So to be honest, there's quite a lot of bass, and the audio quality is not all that bad. I was expecting something much worse at this price point. But what's interesting is if I just cover it like this, not even like tightly press it against the earphone itself, there is a loss. There's something happening, there's interruption happening. Either this one goes out of sync, this one goes out of sync, or there's no audio coming from one or both. So it's very sensitive to all these things, but it's just something that is worth noting, and I don't think anyone's actually going to sit like this and listen to it, if at all. So it's most definitely not an audiophile grade earphone, I'll give you that. But at the price point of $899, if you're looking for just sheer audio experience, I feel that this is great in terms of what it's offering, and is actually working as a truly wireless earphone. I'm also going to just check out how the video is, because there is a chance that there could be sync issues between them. Generally what happens is when the right earphone is the master and the left is the slave, you have issues when you're watching videos when it tends to have a bit of a delay in terms of sync, and it might actually have a lip sync issue at the end. So let me just try watching that as well. and then we'll get to the conclusion. So in this case, I think they have actually gone for the left earphone as the master, considering that if you cover the right one totally cuts off, but the left one keeps continuing. But if you cover the left one, both of these get interrupted. So the left earphone is the master in this case and the right is the slave. But what I noticed is that there is no lip sync issue, there's no delay in the audio when it comes to watching videos, so that is a plus point. So overall, at a price of $8.99, I'm quite impressed so far, but I'll save the final judgment for the review. But what I didn't like so far is the oversized ear tips and the oversized case, as well as the cheap build quality of the earphones overall. But in terms of the value for money of, you know, rupees $8.99, I think it's pretty much there. You're getting what you actually paid for, I guess. I'll save the final judgment for the review, but if you have any questions, if you have any specific thing that you want me to test, perhaps gaming, that's something I need to test for sure in the review, let me know in the comment section below. But it's definitely interesting. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again in the next one.